Hey guys, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Ionic Pro Series 5-inch oval Nerf step on this 2020 Ram 2500 crew cab. For this installation, I'll be using a 14mm socket with ratchet, a 14mm wrench, and a 6mm Allen wrench. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're starting on the driver's side. I'm underneath the truck, just behind the front tire. If you look at your pinch weld, you'll notice you got a couple of holes here, and then directly above that, we've got a couple of hexagon-shaped holes and then some holes up top. Now those hexagon-shaped holes might be covered up with some tape. If they are, go ahead and pull them away. Now we're going to go ahead and locate our driver's side front bracket. Now how you can identify that is you're going to have the two tabs that are bent to match up to the truck are facing towards the front of the vehicle, and the foot that attaches to the running board is welded on to face towards the rear of the vehicle. Now since we're going to these two holes and this hole here, we need to first put a fastener behind this hole. All right, so this is our bolt plate we want to have behind this hole where the bolt comes out. The way we're going to do that is we've got this long tab with the hole offset towards one side. We're just going to fasten it onto this bolt. It's nice and tight, so you're going to have to spin it to get it down to the base of the bolt. All right, so now we've got it in place. What we want to do is fish this up through this oval hole and then down out from this hole here. So I'm going to fish that through. Now once that comes through, we don't want to lose that inside the rocker panel. So we've got this tab that's got the hole right in the center. We're going to attach it to our bolt. And we're just going to run it down till it's nice and flat, flush with the rocker panel. All right, next we can go ahead and take our bracket and we're going to slide the tab on the bracket over top of our bolt plate. We're going to install a flat washer followed by a lock washer and then a nut. And we're going to put that on finger tight for right now. Now, for each one of these holes here in the pinch weld, we've got some black bolts. They're going to come through the pinch weld, and for each one of these, we've got a flat washer, lock washer, a nut. Again, with these, we want them just finger tight for right now. All right, now let's move down to our next bracket. Okay, next we're going to come down to our second bracket location. We'll notice it's very much like the front bracket location. You just don't have the two holes at the very top. Again, if it's covered up with tape, just pull the tape away. Now we're going to locate our driver's side center bracket. You'll recognize that because all the tabs and the foot are all facing towards the front of the vehicle, but it installs exactly the same way as the front bracket. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, now let's go back to the last bracket. All right, now for our driver's side rear bracket, you can identify that because the tabs are facing back towards the rear of the vehicle and the foot is facing towards the front, but it's going to install the exact same way. All right, now we're going to go ahead and line the board up. You'll notice these threaded holes in the board will line up to the holes in the bracket foot. We're going to take an isolator and set that in between the board and the brackets. Now, one thing I do want to point out, this is the rear running board. We've only got a little bit coming off the rear running board. On this application, the shorter end goes to the rear. The longer end will go towards the front. All right, now we're going to take our Allen head bolts out of our kit with a lock washer and flat washer and go up through and just put them in there finger tight for right now and repeat that on the other two brackets. All right, now once we have everything all lined up, go ahead and tighten down the board to the brackets using a 6mm Allen wrench. All right, and do that to the other two brackets. All right, now we're going to go ahead and tighten down all of our brackets to the truck using a 14mm wrench and ratchet. All right, and go ahead and repeat for the other two brackets. Well, the passenger side is going to install exactly the same way as the driver's side, just everything will be a mirror image. And that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.